Hey guys, Chris here from the Writer's Block, and after my friend Lee made a video showing off all the amazing books he owns, which you can check out in the description below or somewhere around here. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to do a video as well showing you lovely people my taste in books. Until I realized that I have only like half the amount of books that he does. So to hide my shame and not owning as many books as I should, I'm going to do a video on my top 5 books that I own. Hope you guys enjoy.
5.
So here is my number 5, The Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien. I don't know if this is cheating or not. Technically they're all one book, right?
Well, yes, he wanted it to be a 2-volume set with the Silmarillion, but his publishers thought it would be better to split up the series in order to get more money.
Wow, thanks for that useless bit of information.
Hey, you asked.
I mean, pretty much everyone knows that. Anyway, let's talk about the sacrilege of why this trilogy is at number 5. I can't remember when I got the trilogy. I think it was like Christmas. I think it was a present from my sister many years ago. I think the reason why she bought it was because she knew I was going through the smaller books in the from J.R.R. Tolkien. I think, yeah, so I went through The Children of Hurin, Beren and Luthien, and my favorite, The Hobbit. The Hobbit. The sacrileges, I sort of like The Hobbit more than Lord of the Rings.
How dare you?
I know. Lord of the Rings is a better story than The Hobbit, elegant weaving complex history into beautiful fantasy to create the greatest adventure ever written, in my opinion. But The Hobbit introduced me to the magic in this book, the magic in all books, and so this is a symbol of what Tolkien represents to a lot of writers. But that also taught me that everyone's journey into books is different, and we all fall in love with books differently, such as my number 4.
4.
So my number 4, the Sandman series by Neil Gaiman. Well, I only have a couple of them, which is, again, another sacrilege, but I had a very different career path a decade ago compared to where I am now in life, with my current goal, and I think Neil Gaiman's series has helped me transition between the two, as the series merged my love for art and design with my love for stories and words. I think this was the first comic I ever bought. I'm so glad it was my first.
Did you just say comic?
Yes.
Isn't this a top 5 books that you own?
Just because it's a comic doesn't make it any better or worse than a full-length novel. Neil Gaiman proved to me and the world that it doesn't matter what medium you use, as long as you tell a good story, then you should be fine. And the Sandman series delivers on that story, so I highly recommend you check this out. I'll post a link in the description below for pretty much all the books that are in my list. Now let's move on to number 3.
3.
So my number 3, the Dungeons & Dragons 5e Player's Handbook. I love Dungeons & Dragons, and I believe everyone out there should love it too.
Wait, I let you have the Sandman series, but this is pushing it.
Well, this is also a book, and it deserves a spot on my list. You see, this is annoying told. So, you see, this is not only the best RPG ever created, but I truly believe that this book has helped me both personally and educationally, since it had a huge impact on my own writing. I was going to make another video on this, so I'll just lightly gloss over the reasons why writers should play Dungeons & Dragons. At the end of the day, Dungeons & Dragons is a story-driven game. Sure, it looks like there is a crazy amount of rules to learn, but all you need to do is tell your story and let your players be the characters. Watching them interact with your world, or in most cases break it, gives you a whole new insight into your own world. The writers don't really get that, and it's so beneficial. But if that still hasn't convinced you, I guess you can use my number 2.
2.
So my number 2, The Element of Style by William Strunk and E.B. White. Strunk? Yeah. There are a lot of books on writing, some very good and some very bad. But if I had to suggest one, I would start with The Element of Style by William Strunk Jr. and reworked by E.B. White. I forgot Jr. This book won't give you any tips and tricks on how to write a best-selling novel, how to find ideas and develop engaging characters and story arcs. But it will give you the bare essentials on how to write your novel, and you don't know how important that is. A lot of manuscripts get rejected because of common grammatical errors and punctuation. Now, some of you might be able to afford great editors to fix all those pesky mistakes, but some of us poor people need to edit our own work, and this book will help you find those mistakes and fix them. Crispy, got anything to say?
No, not really. I don't know where this list is going anymore, so I zoned out.
Well, luckily there's one left. Let's see what is at my number 1 spot.
1.
My number 1 is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I think every writer has read that one book that makes them realize their dream of becoming a professional author, and my one has to be The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I love this book. Well, this quadrilogy.
I'm sorry, what?
Quadrilogy. It has all 4 books written by Adams in one small, compact size.
So, technically you have a top 10 list.
Well, I guess. I am a fan of the whole series, and I can't really measure one book over the others, except for the first one. That's the best. I was also going to do a review on this book, so I'll only say this. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is the best book ever written. Now, a lot of you have your own favorite books would say the same thing, so I need to give you some evidence. You see, Adams, I believe, invented a new genre when writing this book, which I would like to call satirical fiction. This is where you take a normal concept of life, the universe and everything, and mock it with logic. Mock might be the wrong word. It would be between the word observe and ridicule. Let's call it obscure. He obscures modern day notions and beliefs humans have and opens them up for the world to see, with profound wisdom sprinkled with a dash of British humour. I highly, highly recommend this book.
Well, it is at your number 1. It would be weird if you didn't recommend this book.
Shut up. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed my top 5 favorite books I own. If you did, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.